Let's start with the strategy on point. Let me quickly tell you something. I got startled, my heart jumped into my throat. Look at this part. 2 candles before, it gave an entry signal. I wanted to quickly capture this for you, but by the time I set up the camera and everything, another candle passed, and at the close of each candle, it gives you an entry signal. Well, it doesn't work on Heikin Ashi modes. I set it on replay mode, but let me show you in normal mode. In replay mode, for example, the entry point is here. Let me show you exactly where it gives you the entry, then we'll continue. I'll explain the details of the strategy to you. The close of this candle, when this candle closes, it triggers the label. You can enter on the next open, so for each one you have 1 minute to act. You see it's signaled on the close of this candle, then the next candle started. Music, that's it for this part. Now we want to start with the strategy, so I'll turn off replay mode. I'll remove all the indicators. The chart is GBP USD. I want to explain the strategy to you. We'll review it together on the 1 minute time frame and see how it's performed over the past couple of days. On my page, on my YouTube channel, I've shared other assets as well. It works on gold, it works on Forex, and it works on crypto. I even shared the Trump asset a few days ago. It had given a 513% profit on the Trump asset. Let me show you this. This is my YouTube channel. If you go to the video section here, you'll see this. The Trump asset, 513%, 1 minute time frame strategy on gold, 1 minute scam strategy, all with complete explanations. It's the same strategy I'm telling you about right now. We'll go to the pound to explain it. There's also an educational PDF that you can have as well. It's in the caption. In the video, there are a series of numbers, all the support contacts with Nina herself. You can get them from the guys and they'll send them to you. For the 1 minute time frame, you need the Tesla robot, you need EMA, you need the trading view chart. Whether it's on your phone or laptop, you add all of them to the chart. Set the length to 55, set the time frame to 15 minutes, then come here and select EMA. Set its length to 55 in the settings, set its time frame to 15 minutes, and choose a color that stands out. Yellow, orange, something that can be seen easily. Another thing you need to do is change its color. The entry condition for the trade is that you don't get faked out by the candle. Add the Tesla robot to the chart. You take all the buys above and all the sells below. Why do you make sure you don't get faked out by the candle? This is where you make the candle so you don't get faked out. Okay? So up to now, we've added the HMA, changed the settings, and set the HMA candle to avoid fake outs. As for the Tesla robot, if you've purchased the Tesla robot, you need to come to this panel. A robot will have been added for you, otherwise it won't be there. For Tesla, you click on this. A bunch of buy and sell options will appear, but you don't need to do anything with them. These are the Tesla settings. This is correct as it is. If you search for Tesla trading robot on Google, it'll come up on the first page with lots of tutorial videos, explanations, and so on. These are all things that I made myself, and you can watch the videos here and in the middle of the page as well. There's also a purchase link with a 20% discount and a 5-day offer, so you can buy it from here for less. If you don't want to, you can also buy it from the website, but it'll be 20% more expensive, however you prefer. So that's it for this section. The Tesla robot is on the page, the HMA is on the page with the correct Heikin Ashi candle settings, and after that, all you need to do is go ahead. You'll be raking in the money, sweeping it up, piling it up. But before you start sweeping up all that money, let me tell you something important. Down here below zero, it says, even if you have the best strategy in the world, even if you have the best robot in the world, if you don't follow risk and money management, if you don't trade in a systematic and principled way, you'll lose all your money. Even with the strategy I'm showing you right now, you can lose money. I mean, it would really take some effort to lose money with this, but if you manage to do it, congratulate yourself. But if you don't follow risk and money management, everything will fall apart. Here, there's a page for risk and capital management. Click on it, and there are 3 educational videos I've explained here. And below that, I've written out the general process. Discover and learn the strategy, which is exactly what you're doing now. Do backtesting, write scenarios, start trading on demo first, and if you're profitable, start with a small amount of real money, then gradually increase your capital. If you just watch the videos and jump straight into live trading, you'll definitely lose, guaranteed. So if you want to do this properly and really make money from the market, put in the time. It's hard, it takes a while, but it's worth it for the results you'll get. That's all for this topic. I won't keep you any longer. Let's get to our awesome strategy. Look, the market is here right now. I'm not going to start from the end and go to the beginning. I'll go from the beginning to the end. Let's review the past few days, for example. It's really good for all of you. Let's start from here, from where the break happened and the price dropped, and go through it together. According to the pattern, in the educational PDF for short trades, it says, when a Heikin Ashi candle closes below the HMA, the Tesla robot gives a new sell signal that is lower than the previous sell. That's when we enter. So the sell should be lower. If a sell goes higher, we don't take it. It's very simple. You enter at the candle close, set your risk reward to 1.5 and put your stop at the previous high. How does that work? Should I explain more? Let me explain this in more detail. Right here, you open your position at the candle close. Set your stop loss at the previous swing highs and set your risk to reward ratio at 2 to 1. Here, it hits your stop. Maybe you had a partial take profit, but in other places it hits your stop. It's okay. Here you enter, it gives a really good sell and you could have made a profit, but you don't take it. Why? Because our strategy says the sell should be lower. This sell is higher. You see, this sell is higher than this one, so you don't take it. It's okay. Stick to the strategy. Good things will happen. Here, it gives another sell signal. We hit the stop on this one too. I want to show you from a bad spot, so we take 2 or 3 stops to get a feel for it. Even if you start with 3 stops, you'll see that it still works out. You take a stop, no problem, and you don't take this one either. Even though this is a good sell, we don't take it. Why? Because the sell is higher up, okay? We take this one, we take this one. Let's see if we hit the stop. So far, we've hit 2 stops, right? No worries, just a bit of background music. You set this resupply bar to 2, here it hits the target, and in this interval, it also gave another sell. Why don't I take the buy? Because we're below the line, so below the line we only take sells. It gave another sell, you set the stops at the previous highs, set the resupply bar to 2, and this one also hits the target. At the same time, this one hits the target too. Do you even know how to open 2 positions at the same time? Open them, you don't know how, can you add as many as you want? Here it gave a sell, okay, we take this sell too, and if this one hits the stop, so be it. So up to now, we've had 2 profits and 3 stops, right? We set our resupply entry at 2 and the stop. But since our resupply entry is double, these 2 cover those 3. Nothing, something is still left for us because for every stop, every profit we make counts as 2. In the end, we add them all up together, and I wanted to say that I started from a bad spot in the market. Meaning a place where the market is completely messed up and the strategy doesn't work properly. So what do you do with the next sell in this situation? Do you take the next sell or not? No, you don't take it because it's higher. Just like we didn't take those, we don't take this one either. Now we've come above the line. We've come above the line. Once you're above the line, you just start. You take the buys. That's right. We take these buys. It hits the stop. We enter here. We set the stop, the previous low. We set the risk reward here. It hits the stop. Only a little bit was left. We don't take this buy either because it's lower than the previous buy. We take this buy. Yes, we take it. It had a pullback. Okay, patience. The only key is patience. You set your stop at the previous low and your risk reward at 2. And it gave profit on another buy, we take it. Yes, what's the condition for a buy? I've written the buy condition there for you. The buy signal comes from above all the others. The new buy must be bigger than the previous buy. In other words, the buy should keep getting bigger. If a buy is lower, then that's not valid. We don't take it. Just like what happened here. A higher buy signal appeared. Great, we enter. You set your stop at the previous low, set your risk reward at 2, and it hits your target. Then, moving forward, another buy signal appears that meets all the conditions. You enter at the close of the candle. Set your stop at the previous low, just a bit below 2, just a little, by a few points. You set your risk reward at 2, and what happened? Our stop was triggered, 2 happens here, and then it comes and hits your target. Again, another buy signal appeared. You enter at the close of the candle. Aha, you like that, right? You see, it's giving you targets one after another, so be patient. When you hit 2 stop losses, don't beat yourself up. Someone who doesn't have patience doesn't deserve profit. The market is testing you. It's testing you. Here where you kept hitting stop losses one after another. That's why I started from here. There's a plan behind all this. Look, my dear, here you hit 1 stop loss, then 2 stop losses, then a profit, then 2 more stop losses, then another stop loss, then another buy stop loss. That means you took 4 stop losses and made 2 profits. At this point, you can either beat yourself up, bang your head against the wall, or say trading doesn't bring profit, or I don't know, everyone is out to liquidate me. Yeah, the whole world is waiting for your $100. Stay relaxed. If you can endure all this, you'll reach a point where you hit your targets one after another. If you can't endure it, you've only taken the loss. So, in any case, imagine two traders. One endures and makes it. To this point, one can't endure. In any case, both have taken the loss. Now, did you take the loss here? You can go and curse yourself and the world, or you can just accept it and say, that's trading, there are both profits and losses. I stick to my strategy. You tested it on demo before, you did back testing before, and you say, no, I'm committed. I've put some money in, I want to test it out, and I want to proceed with proper management. In any case, you will take the loss. The question is, now that you've taken the loss, can you handle it or not? From here on, it's your own story. It doesn't make a difference for anyone else. Keep this in your head. It doesn't matter to anyone in the world. You set your stop at the previous low. I think here the stop gets hit. We set the risk reward at 2, and yeah, this one hits the stop. No big deal. You already made 3, 4 profits and just lost 1. You made 3, 4 profits and only used 1. Mistakes. Now, I'll tell you something else a bit later. Here, you have to wait. Should we enter here? No, because look, the candle closed here and where you have to wait. The candle closed lower, just a little bit lower. Not the label itself, but the candle close. Look, where did the candle close? Where is the close of this candle? It's lower, so you don't enter. And this one is clearly lower too, so you don't enter the buy. That's why they say don't enter. You might miss out on one good profit, but in return, you won't get hit with 3 or 4 stop losses. The most important and easiest way to make money in the market is not to lose money. Below the line, you don't deal with buys anymore, you only take the sells. You come here and open a short position, you enter at the candle's close. You set your stop at the previous highs, your risk to reward is 2. Easy, easy. That's it. Here is your short position. You can set your stop here. You can also put it behind this gray line, or you can set it at the previous highs, because the gray line is quite far away. In previous videos, I explained to you that now the stop placement method is more professional, but however you like, set your stop. You set it at the previous highs, put your risk reward at 2, and set your target. You'll see that if you want to do this, you either won't reach these points, or you'll miss the good parts of the market. Here, you set your risk reward at 2, and it hits. Not only do we not get stopped out, but we also hit a target without getting stopped out. We take this one. That was a good sell, and it would have been profitable, but we don't take it because it's higher than this one. We take this one. No, why should we take it? We should take this one, but we get stopped out. I thought it was higher, so we take it. We get stopped out on this one too. What happens if we get stopped out twice in a row? Is a stop loss for the dead? I've been stopped out so many times you wouldn't believe it. We came back again. Above the line, we don't take the sell. We take the buy. It's not simple, it's not easy. Now we want to get the net result. You set the stop at the previous low. This one also gets stopped out. Its previous low is here, so you enter risk-free at 2. Here, did it hit your stop or not? Wait, let's add it up for the dead one. Again, it gave a buy signal. You set the stop at the previous low and you set your risk-free entry at 2. It still hit 2. I think it's about to hit. Now there's just a little bit left for it to hit. This is the next position that just appeared, and at the same time when I showed you, 2 candles had already passed. Now, a lot of time has passed. You can set the stop on the gray line because the distance is too much. I explained about this in my previous videos. Professional stop placement for it. We talk about it in the Tesla robot. That's it for this topic. Okay. Now, let's do the calculation. I'll bring up the calculator. Let's do a calculation together. Let's see how the system works, then I'll go back and the machine will keep showing you the results. Let's start right here. Let's see, 2 days, 1 minute time frame. Let's see what percentage it gives. We can calculate pip by pip, or we can do it with percentage as well. However you prefer, but personally I find it easier with percentage. Here it's minus 600, exactly minus 600. I'll round all of these to make it easier for you. Minus 16, and this one hit the stop loss, minus 18. I know it's 800, but I'm rounding it to 10. Plus this, how much profit did it make? 1 and 19 plus this, how much profit did it make? 1 and 1/10. Plus this, how much loss did it make? 14. plus this amount right here. How much total loss was it exactly? We have 1/10 plus the profit, then a half. And that half also gave us a profit, plus another half right here that gave a profit, plus one more here that gave a profit, then another 1/10. And when all of these are rounded to 10, it becomes 1. One here gave a profit, and then another one. Here, I add it all up, and at the end, it shows the total. Now you can also add it up yourself. Maybe we're adding it there, make a mistake. This one hit the stop. Yeah, this one hit the stop. How much did it hit the stop for? This one hit the stop for 0.5%, minus half. It also hit a 1 and 1/10 target here. Plus, there was a 2 and 9. Sorry, 1. I mistakenly gave the higher one. No, that's enough. I made a mistake here too. Yeah, that's enough. I made a mistake here too. No, this one is correct. 1 and 1. This one gave a 10th. This one gave a little. Plus, there was a 1 and 14. And this one hit the stop. Minus half. I'm still adding it up. This one also hit the stop. Another minus half. This one also hit the stop. Minus 7 as well. For these two, I think we should count this one as a target. There's 1 pip left. We'll leave this one open too. Let's count this one as a target as well. There's still a 1 and 7 left. In the end, you made an 8.1% profit with a leverage of 10, which right now in Forex. These aren't with a leverage of 10 and such. They're with a leverage of 100,000 and so on. But let's just assume it's crypto. So that's 8%. You made a profit even though you hit so many stops. What was the profit to stop ratio? We count this as profit. Now here we all hit stop losses. This one is just 1 pip away. If we had set the stop loss a bit tighter, it would have been hit. The next day, 1 stop, 1 profit, 1 loss, 2 losses, 3 losses, 2 profits, 3 profits, 4 profits, 5 profits, 6 profits, 7 profits, 8 profits, 9 profits. No, that one wasn't a profit. 8 profits, 3 losses, 4 losses, 5 losses, 9. Lost 10. Lost 10. Profit, 5 losses, 6 losses, 7 losses. So you had 7 losses and 10 profits. Now, if you did not count 8, but for every profit you made, the risk to reward was 1.5 or 2. We were setting the risk to reward at 2, right? A risk to reward of 2 means you're covering twice as much. Those 10 are worth the equivalent of 20 losses. It's like if your risk to reward is 1 to 1, it would be 20 to 7. This is also the result of the work. When you hit your stop, you need to have patience. You might start and hit 3 stops in a row at first. If you have the patience, go ahead. If you don't, then you can't handle it. As they say, what was that thing again? Paytakti used to say, "You're beautiful. I don't know any other way. I'm using the way I know." That's it. If you like it, use it too. If you don't, well, music. Give the video a like, then go, even if it's just at the beginning. Since you've come this far, that's that. Now, Shahryar has a poem that says, it's a very famous couplet. It says, "A man after hardship finds a way. Perhaps the coward will make things difficult for himself and others." Tight. A man after an incident. Oh, right, it was incident. Yeah, a man after an incident finds a way. Perhaps the coward will make things difficult for himself and others. Tight means this is what happens. These are tests, right? It means whether you're a man or a coward. Then, in the rest of it, he said that a man, after an incident, finds a way. Perhaps the coward will make things difficult for himself and others. Tight. Oh, maybe it was calm, or I don't know, oh well, or something like that. He was saying, do your best, make your utmost effort, because it's under pressure that diamonds are formed. The things you're doing, kid, are the essence of the poem's meaning. Right now, my memory isn't helping, my ear isn't working, it's lunchtime. Anyway, the point is, if something happens to you, if there's some bitterness, if you get stopped, if you lose money, there are 2 paths you can take. A real man stands his ground, finds a way, improves things, says, I'll look into it. Why did I get stopped out? Was the time frame wrong? Was the range wrong? What happened? I'll fix it. This means he takes responsibility. A man takes responsibility. A coward makes things difficult for himself and others. Tight. No, it's not my fault, it's someone else's fault. The broker wants to hit my stop loss. I don't know. Listen, the thing you heard about brokers hitting stop losses, or if someone has $2 million in their account, that $5 account means nothing to them, I swear. I'm serious. Take responsibility, stand your ground. That means say, whatever happened, it was me. Why? Because when something good happens in your life, you can also claim it. Like if one day you had a tower, if you lived your life by this logic, you'd say, this tower is also mine because of me. If one day you had a convertible Benz under your feet, you'd say, this convertible Benz is also my doing. Why? Because we accepted the mistakes we made. And that's it for today. Shout out to them. Thanks for taking the time, for giving a like, leaving a comment, and sending your energy. In short, pay attention to your life. The whole story of life is about taking responsibility. If you accept it, you win. If you blame others, the world will dodge you too, my friend.